I like to cover days of our lives, but I ain't trying to be in it. My name ain't Walter. I ain't from Barbados, I don't like coconuts, and I ain't into tricking. That's not for me. I want my personal life to be free of abortions, free of drama, baby mamas, and everything in between.
A few moments later.
Hi, my name is Libby. I'm going to be talking about a pregnancy in which Abba ultimately walked away from.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cash App or buying your girl a coffee. Hey y'all, I know this was a long time coming, but I told you guys I was going to come through with the receipts. Abba has called himself the king of receipts. Let's see if he likes a taste of his own medicine. Before we get into all this, I just want to make sure something is very clear because the Abba and Preach fans, they're not that bright. And I already know the kind of comments that I'm gonna get. Libby's a terrible woman. You don't see all the lies that Libby, what about Libby? Okay, look, we all know Libby is a crazy ass biatch. She's crazy as cat shit. This video is in no defense of Libby. This video is in no defense of Fresh and Fit. And I understand this is gonna be very hard for some of you slob-knobbing idiots to understand or comprehend or be willing to accept. As you will see in this video, I got receipts, okay? I got receipts for all the nasty, vile, hypocritical shit that Abba has been spewing for quite some time now. We're gonna take a closer look at all the hypocrisy that's been going on over there. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Half years ago. So 2.5 years ago, I went to the doctor, and essentially, I won't get to the long gist of the conversation because it's none of your fucking business. But the doctor kind of told me like, hey, listen, your sperm count's mad low. I don't think you have kids. So in my head, I'm like, shit, I can get a vasectomy. That's like kind of good news, but I wanted kids. Maybe I didn't know, but part of me was like, maybe I won't. I thought I was shooting blanks, you know, and we was getting it on. And it turns out I wasn't shooting blanks. Big surprise to the both of us.
And this is why I talk so extensively about the literacy crisis. Because when you don't understand words, you make stupid decisions. Low sperm count does not mean no sperm count. That's number one. You're mad irresponsible, even with the few seeds you have, you're being irresponsible with them.
It says, and for me, you know, one thing that's important is that any child I do bring into this world, that I'm actively part of their life. That means that I'm seeing them on a regular basis and that I'm very close to their mother, ideally married. That's the best situation for me, and that we are together. That's what I truly, truly want. My biggest fear is that I have the opposite of that, that if I end up, what I want to say there is that if I end up in a situation where distant, I can't spend time with my kid, and there's a separation of sorts, that prospect terrifies me. But the potential outcome of us bringing this child and then you realizing this only afterwards terrifies the shit out of me. I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle having a child with you and then finding that out.
So you say all this, I just don't want to find out after the fact. I don't want to find out after the fact that you don't want me. But then you go on to say this.
My thing wasn't the fear of being a co-parents. Guys, relationships get together, they break up sometimes. That's okay. That happens. The only thing I told her, the one thing that I didn't want when we would have conversations is I don't want to go into a baby mama situation. I don't want to have a kid with somebody and we're already broken up. That's like, no, that's the one thing I don't want, okay? I'm fine if we try and we go to therapy and we go to counseling and we do everything. We love each other, so let's try. And then if we break up afterwards, I can live with that. We did what we could. My issue with her is that I started to feel like she didn't want to try.
But see, Abba, this is exactly what you said you so-called didn't want.
I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle you not wanting me after the child is here.
Because if you guys have the baby and you're together, and then after the fact, she finds out she don't want to be with you and y'all break up, my God, you're saying you don't want and you want this at the same damn time. You can't say, I don't want to find out after the fact, and then say, I want us to be together, have the baby, and then if we find out afterwards, then I'm cool with that. You see how he's double speaking? And the reason why he's double speaking is because it's not about the baby. It's about the woman. He just wanted to be with that woman. It's not about being a father. It's not about his duty as a man to his seed. It's not about that. It's about, I want this Filipino pum pum. That's what this is about. It's not that he's so broken up about the child. No. He's broken up that he can't get that reality that he pictured in his mind with this woman that looked like this.
Again, not trying to vilify her. The reason why I don't have any words of anger for her, to be honest with you, is because I'm over it. Like, you stupid as fuck, bitch.
Shit, you stupid as fuck.
Be gone out of my life, witch. So this piece of garbage
You're a crazy bitch.
That's it. Just imagine how much of a loser you are right now.
And I want you guys to understand, this is a manipulation tactic. I'm gonna say, look, I'm not here to hurt her. I'm not here to vilify her. I'm not here to demonize her. But then you proceed to do exactly that. See, people like Abba, they understand persuasion and they understand that if you repeat a message enough, then people will overlook other things. So they'll hear him say, I'm not gonna vilify her. I'm not trying to disparage her. I'm not trying to do this. And then they'll overlook all of the moments where you do exactly that. This is a manipulation tactic, and I want you guys to clock it.
And I'll say this too, guys. I'm not sitting here showing you guys like, oh, Abba's such a great person, whatever. No, like during our arguments, I would say things I wasn't the most proud of, and I'll own the fact that I was a big piece of shit during those times, okay? But those were also arguments I never initiated, never really feel like I was deserving, and that she would push. So it's just like, when you're fucking held to the end of a gun and someone pushes you, you gonna say some shit. Does it make it okay? No. And I'm gonna have to hold that L, but I can also say, I ain't never been through this before. Never had someone who pushed me to this point.
Not him defaulting to the classic, you made me do it. My guy, you're a grown ass man. Your choices are your choices, just like her choices were hers. You said these things out your mouth. That's on you. Nobody can make you do anything. Even relating it to holding a gun to somebody's head, there was no gun. These two are they're not comparable at all. Because if someone actually has a gun to your head, you could possibly die. With this situation, the broad said words to you. You chose to say this in return.
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
That's you. Actually own it. Don't give the illusion that you're owning it. Because that's all this is. This is the illusion. Let me say, yeah, I'll hold my L. But see, she made me do it. That's not really holding your L, Abba. If you're gonna hold that L, hold it with two hands.
As I told you guys like this at the beginning, I gave everything. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all. I gave everything, bro.
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
I can't tell you, this is by far the worst betrayal anyone's ever done to me. And I'll probably process that for a while, to be honest with you. But I was fucked up, not gonna lie.
You know what else fucks people up? You know, something that people have to process for an extended amount of time? Not having their father in their life. Yeah, that tends to fuck people up real bad. Especially when the dad leaves them with a crazy ass bitch for a mom.
But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
Essentially, there's some allegations that I was like a deadbeat, or I didn't want to be part of, some kid, and I forced her to have an abortion, and it turned out that none of that was true.
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
You have decided that you were not going to pull out of her vagina, so you're not going to pull out of fatherhood.
But Sandra, this didn't actually have to happen because, she got the abortion, so it didn't even happen. Here's the problem. The problem is the mentality. The problem is you get on here and you talk all this stuff, and you wag the finger at other people. You say how they need to take care of their responsibilities, and even going as far as to say that you would pay for Daisy's legal fees to make sure that Walter was accountable for getting her pregnant. You will do all that, but then run away from your own responsibilities to your own seed.
If you end up having legal troubles and they sue you and whatever, if you name that kid after me, I'll pay for all your legal troubles. That's a promise. So if you need help financing a lawyer to fight off Fresh and Fit, man, you mean? If Walter Jr. over there got the name Abba, I'll pay all them bills. I'll sleep. Hey, listen. As far as I'm concerned, I think you deserve every dime.
What's her name? We don't know her last name.
Daisy. That's what we all call her, okay?
Imagine she names him Abba Preach Daisy.
I'm paying them legal fees. I will double the video output on this channel to pay for little Abba Preach Daisy to get all that child support. Every dime. That's a promise, Daisy. Just drop our names. Even if it's just middle names, I'll take that. I just want my legacy to live on it.
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
You're willing to deny your own child the pleasure of knowing who their father is, of knowing their father. It's about the mentality. It's about the character. It's about the integrity that is just not there. So whether she ended up having the baby or not, this is something you said, and this is something you felt. This is something you planned on doing. That speaks to a lack of a moral code. And that's the point. The point isn't, well, she didn't have the baby, so it doesn't matter. No, it does. Because it shows you exactly the type of person Abba is. He couldn't get the woman, so now he's going to punish the child, or was planning on punishing the child.
Okay, so this is something else you're gonna learn about me today, which I never thought I'd tell you. But me personally, if I love somebody, I will fucking blow through a wall for them. Okay, and I don't. If I see my person suffering, I don't know. I see red. It's kind of how I am. Okay, if I love somebody, I'm trying, and I won't feel bad for that because if it's for the right person, I don't think that's a bad thing.
And this is the part that I find extremely sick. This same man talking about how he'll do all this, that, and the third for somebody that he loves. He felt so comfortable saying that he would have nothing to do with his own seed. In my opinion, okay, maybe you guys have a different opinion, but your own children, your own flesh and blood, they are the exact right person that you should go hell or high water for. So the fact that you were willing to leave your seed with a woman that you already know is crazy, right? We've established this, the broad is crazy. You're willing to leave your seed alone with her, all because she doesn't want to date you while giving birth to the child. Selfish. That is extremely selfish. And you don't actually mean these words as you're saying, because if anybody would be the right person to go hell or high water for, to fight for, it would be your child. But what did you ultimately do?
But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
You're punishing a child for the actions of the mother. That's why I said this isn't about the child. It's about the woman. Because if his whole shtick was that he really truly wanted to be a father, that this was about having the child and being there for the child, then there wouldn't be any of this, I won't look the child in the face. I'm not going to look the child in the face. And anyone putting on the cape for this, understand you're a degenerate and you're co-signing deadbeat dad behavior. Because I bet you most of these deadbeat dads out there could come up with a sob story just like his. The woman, I couldn't deal with the woman. But you didn't even try to get custody of your child. You didn't even try. You didn't file any paperwork, but you want to get on here and talk about how, oh, the woman. No, you're still a deadbeat. At the end of the day, the fathers who truly want to be there for their children, they file paperwork. They go to court. And if they lose, but at least they try. This nigga right here, deadbeat.
And I'll own up to this. It's not a responsible thing to respond the way that I did. But I hope you guys understand the shock that I had in the moment. And with a few months, I might have changed in my mind. To be honest with you, co-parenting with someone like her, I just can't imagine it. She is the way she handled this whole shit was demonic.
What's the point of saying you might have changed your mind and then saying, yeah, nah, I couldn't co-parent with her. She's demonic. What's the point of saying you might have changed your mind? See, you're trying to make that audio sound better than it is. See, I just said it in the moment. I wouldn't have actually gone through it. No, and then you go on to say, yeah, I couldn't co-parent with her. She's demonic. So you're just going to leave your child with a demonic broad? I'm sorry, every way you slice this, it does not look good for Abba.
If a situation arises, I'm going to take responsibility regardless, whether it's paying child support, whether it's co-parenting, whatever. I didn't want to co-parent with her specifically, to be honest, because one, she crazy as fuck. But secondly, it was because she lived so fucking far. If she was in my city, I would have figured something out. But she lives very far away. I'm not going to fly 9 hours to see my kid like twice a year. Like, that's not reasonable to me.
So a better solution is to just abandon the child altogether. Just have nothing to do with the child altogether. I thought you said you'd do anything for someone you love. Are you saying you wouldn't love your own child, Abba? Is that what you're saying? Because if you say all this about if I love someone, I'll do this, I'll smash through doors or whatever the hell he said. For this person I love, I'll do all this for the person I love. But she won't even take a flight for your own child. That's how I know none of this is about the child and none of this is about actually wanting to be a father or being sad about not being a father. It's all about not having the broad.
You know, I'm really not someone who spends time being cruel to the people around them or stuff like that. I'm generally very, very, very calm.
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
Isn't that cruel to say that you're not going to be in your child's life because you hate their mom? Isn't that cruel to a child?
Oh, no man should abandon his child or whatever it is. I agree. But if the child is tethered to an insane person who's going to make your life miserable and make it super difficult for you to ever have access, I think there's room to explain that shit.
That is every single deadbeat dad's excuse. Yeah, the mom is crazy. I don't want to be tethered to the crazy mom. That is every single deadbeat dad's excuse. Abba, if you truly think that the heifer is that crazy, why on earth would you leave your seed with her? You would have had the resources to fight her in court to get custody of your child. If you truly cared about fatherhood, if this was truly a value that you had, you would have planned to fight for custody. You wouldn't get on there and say,
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
The only time a father should be allowed to explain something to the child is if the mom actively kept him away. If the mom actively kept him out of the child's life, then yes, there is a conversation to be had. If he filed paperwork and the courts did nothing, if he actually went through hell and high water to try to get custody of his child, to try and be in his child's life, then yes, there is a conversation to be had. However, you not wanting to be in your child's life because you don't like the mom, that's no real excuse. That's the excuse of a deadbeat dad. And that's what you are, Abba. You have the mentality of a deadbeat dad. And this goes back to everything I've been saying before. A parent will treat the child based on how they feel about the other parent. And that is some toxic ass shit. That's the very reason why so many young people are messed up. So many older people are messed up because their parent could not put aside their feelings for the other parent and they end up mistreating the child. And that's sick. It's disgusting. And anyone caping for that, you're a degenerate. You're a real life degenerate. Because why on earth should a child struggle? Why on earth should a child go through mistreatment? Because two grown folks can't figure this out. Because two grown folks don't like each other. Children are always going to be innocent. When you're talking about custody, this, that, and the third, the child is always innocent. They did not ask to be here. Y'all chose to be unprotected. Y'all chose to conceive. So in no way, shape, or form is that now the responsibility of the child to be like, oh, well, my mom's crazy, so I guess I just don't get to have my dad in my life. No, you're a deadbeat. And that is your mentality. You have the mentality of a deadbeat. And you have no ground to wag your finger at any other man who abandons his child because you were planning on doing the exact same thing.
That's what it is. And the reason why I just didn't want to do this vid or talk about this is because, like, it's personal and it's pretty traumatic. To be honest with you, I'm still grieving that whole experience and I haven't been good afterwards. It's a tough thing to deal with, thinking you're going to live life one way, and it's like very difficult. And I'm probably going to mourn that for a long time. Okay. And I don't want to talk about that with you guys, but here we are. And I'm okay with people making rumors about me. I've heard all kinds of rumors, all the craziest things you can imagine. But seeing my ex do something like this is like, to me, it's a bit loserish, to be honest with you. And it is disappointing, but I think I understand. No, I don't get why.
It's not you contacted one person, bitch. You made the rounds to contact everybody. Some dumb people fell in the trap. Fit, Fresh, Stevie.
The fact that she went to other creators to talk about the situation is yeah. I don't know. But to me, it's just so corny. I just couldn't imagine somebody doing something to me and I'm like, let me go sabotage this and that. Like, I just don't get it. And the idea that somebody I dated would run to preach with my personal affairs pissed me off. Yeah. And I don't know why that's ever seen as appropriate. Like, that's so weird, no?
I find it so funny that you would say all this, Abba, because just 2 years ago, you were engaging in this very same behavior of contacting somebody's ex and then putting their business out there on the street. It's funny to me that you don't understand this because it's happening to you. Now you don't understand it because it's happening to you. Because 2 years ago, this was you.
But I decided that I would interview the woman in question at the heart of this whole thing.
Here you go, platforming somebody that was also not being forthcoming, that was also not being 100% truthful.
But let's be honest. I made Daisy seem a little bit more credible than she actually was. And the truth is, she was lying about a lot of things.
So it's okay when you do it. It's okay when you platform somebody that's not being honest. But when other people, oh my God, I don't know why.
She did an interview with Stevie Knight, and you know Stevie. Ever since I exposed the fact that he didn't get school lunches in the 3rd grade, Stevie, like a good old dog, saw a bone and he bit.
But I decided that I would interview the woman in question at the heart of this whole thing.
You notice a lot of these red pill weirdos, all the ones who say, don't believe women without the facts, how many of them jumped on it? And I know it's despite me. I ain't even mad at it. Get your money. But what happened to scrutinizing things? Y'all got played too.
I made Daisy seem a little bit more credible than she actually was. And the truth is, she was lying about a lot of things.
ABBA is a tragic case of rules for thee, not for me. So it's okay for you to platform Daisy so she can lie about Walter. But when Stevie platforms your ex, when other people platform your ex, now it's, oh my God, they played you. I don't know why. You just jumped at it like a dog for a bone. Nigga, you jumped on Daisy like a dog wanting a bone. Same behavior. You engaged in the same behavior. But somehow when other people do it, now it's a problem. But when you do it, it's okay for you to jump on a bone, but nobody else can. Rules for thee, not for me. And overall, this is the main issue that I have with ABBA, is that he likes to chastise other people for behaviors that he himself engages in. How you gonna wag your finger at other people when you do the exact same thing? You know better. And the next point that I want to hit on is that I don't think ABBA really cared about the idea of being a father. I think his biggest hang up is that he wanted this woman so bad, but she did not want him. That was his issue. I don't think he gave a damn about fatherhood. I think that he's kind of using that to try to make himself seem like, oh my God, poor widow Abba. Poor widow Abba, she stole his opportunity to be a father. Oh my God, oh, poor Abba. The man wanted the woman, and that was it. It's all about her. It's not about, well, she took me on this roller coaster of having my child. No, she took you on the roller coaster of you being able to be with her. That was your issue. And you're desperate.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. A woman that looks like that and takes pictures like that ain't laying it on thick with a nigga that look like me. I ain't saying I don't get it in. I ain't saying girls don't check for me. But a girl that look like that take pictures like that, ain't making no advances on me.
Like when we sat on a call and you're like, you might break up with me because you don't know if you'll be attracted to me. There were like 2-3 times where I was like, it's okay. Like I don't feel like you want me.
The fact that you felt for that isn't because she's talented or she's some con artist. Is that you really wanted to believe that she was super into you. You fell for really lame game. And you nutted inside her and you got her pregnant.
It seems that Abba fell for the okie doke all because he wanted to actualize this idea that he could get with a woman that looked like that, even though they're comparing her to Sneeko in a wig. He wanted to live in the reality that a woman like this wanted somebody like him. That's why he's so torn up about this. Don't let this man convince you that it's about the kid. Oh, he's torn up because it's about the kid. No, he's torn up because it's about that woman.
And this is something that she would do throughout when I would think about ending things, okay? And I don't like showing this because to me, this is something that should stay private. She had told me that she was thinking of harming herself, okay? Now, this is not the first time. This is now the second or third time she's done this. All right. Okay. So you guys can see these messages.
Somebody get this man an Oscar. Him pretending like he doesn't want to show the receipts.
That thing about her needing a psychiatrist or watching a psychiatrist or needing to speak to a psychiatrist.
Mental health. I'm not going to get into that, but she got mental health.
Yeah, I don't want to get into all this mental health, but let me show you a bunch of messages about her wanting to delete herself.
What? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. To be honest, I'm actually good. I told them the same thing I told you.
I know, bro, but I'm just, yeah.
I know. I appreciate you. A couple of boys hit me up. I said, listen, guys. Let's
I didn't hit you. Yeah, no, it's just speak your shit.
Yeah. Oh, this? Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep needing it. I don't got one time. I got two, okay?
Stop fronting, Abba. That crazy heifer got you pressed like a panini, and that's okay.
I'll own my own mistakes because I made them, okay? Caring too much for the wrong person, making too much effort, whatever insecurity in me that drives me to feel like I need to take care of people this way, it's not a good thing, especially when directed at the wrong person.
You know how when you go in for a job interview and they tell you to name one of your weaknesses, but then you're supposed to turn it into a strength? That's essentially what Abba's doing here. He's giving you the illusion that he's being accountable. I just cared too much. He's basically giving the same answer that a broad would give when you ask her, what did you do wrong in the relationship? Oh, I loved too hard. I cared too hard. Oh, and that's a non-answer. He's giving you the illusion of taking accountability without actually taking accountability.
I just hope you guys understand. I can tolerate a lot. Her harassing me, I don't care. It's the fact that she's contacting the people around me. That's what's difficult. It's the fact that she's forcing this into the public eye and then revealing details about my personal life that I only share with her intimately, things that are not necessary. What hobbies does Abbott like? What does he like sexually? Like, why are you on podcasts discussing what I like sexually? What's that about?
But it's okay for you to discuss Walter's sex life with his ex-girlfriend.
Do not come in me. He does that every fucking day. Like, he can just pull out.
How did you know Pug CEO was the man to bust inside your sugar walls?
I have no idea. I just feel like maybe everything happens, it was meant to be, you know.
So it's okay for you to ask about Walter's sex life. It's okay for you to get all up in his business. But when it's you, then it's a problem. I don't understand why. It seems like you do understand why. Because when you're on the other side of it, you had no issue discussing somebody else's sex life with their ex-girlfriend on your channel. Rules for thee, not for me.
And now you're over here talking about my personal, does Abba like getting pegged? Actually, no, he never did that. Like, why are you talking about my sex life? You want to talk about it? We can talk about it. This girl's confused. She's got a Christian complex, and it turns out in bed, she's a giant hedonist and a freak weirdo, okay? Now me, my partner likes weird shit, I don't mind. Why? Because as long as it's within the boundaries of what's okay to me, I'll do that for her. I'm a pretty vanilla guy on the day, but not this girl. No, she want to talk about it, all right?
She did that.
You know, she want to lick stuff off glass. That's okay.
I mean, she did that, so I wouldn't do it.
Right?
but-
She's like some good Christian girl who pretends like, oh, I'm such a petite, like whatever. This girl likes a dog collar on her neck and she likes to be walked around like a dog. I'm gonna put your business out there. You know what I'm saying? You want to put my business out there? We can do that. Right? She was worried. She was worried that she's more freaky than me. I don't mind. Little Asian girl, I'm so quiet. Dog collar. Okay, that's what she's into.
And I want you guys to peep this. Even with the example that he said, does Abba like to get pegged? And she says, no, that's never happened. But then you're going to go out and put her business on things that she actually does like. The response doesn't match. Even based on the example that you gave, that she admitted that it didn't happen, that she wasn't out here pegging you, but you're going to go and put her business out there of wanting a dog collar or whatever the hell. This is what I'm talking about. He wants to give the illusion that he's above it. He wants to give the illusion that it's not affecting him, that he's not angry, he's not pressed. He wants to give the illusion that he's trying to protect her in some way, shape, or form, when really he's not. Whenever he says all that nonsense about, I'm not going to demean her, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, he's just saying that so that you don't pay attention to the fact that he's going to do exactly that. It's all to maintain this image of, well, see, I'm trying to be the better person. I'm trying to be the bigger person. So when he rolls around in mud directly after saying those things, you guys are deaf, dumb, and blind to it because he's already prefaced it in your mind that he's not going to disparage her. So stupid people, they'll hear that and go, yeah, look, Abba, he's not trying to disparage her. And then it won't even register to them that he's doing exactly that. It's all an illusion. His so-called integrity, moral character, it's all an illusion. It's not really there. When somebody has a moral code or a value, they stick by it. If someone says, hey, I don't believe in going back and forth, I don't believe in arguing, I would just walk away. If someone says that that is a value that they have, that that is something that they truly do cherish, then understand they're going to live their life in that way, regardless of what everybody else does. When it is truly a value of yours, you're not going to play in the mud. But we see consistently, time after time after time, Abba will say that he has all these values, that he has all these moral codes. But the moment it serves him, the moment he gets pissed off enough, you see he throws those codes completely out the window. Oh, I don't believe in putting people's business out there. Since she said this, I'm going to go ahead and do it. See, you don't actually have that value. Because regardless of what she's doing, if that was truly your character, that you don't do that, then it doesn't matter what she does. Because you're going to hold firm on that principle. You're going to hold firm on that belief. And that's a problem that we see today, oftentimes with speaking heads or public figures or YouTubers or whoever the hell. Oftentimes they will put forth all these principles and values, but the moment it serves them to completely undermine those values, they're going to do it because they don't actually value it. It's just like we talk about these different people that say they believe in the First Amendment, they believe in the right to bear arms, but the moment someone bears arms in a way that they don't like, then they're completely against it. They'll find every excuse in the book. I'm for free speech. But then the moment someone uses their free speech in a way that they don't like, then now all of a sudden, oh my God, they shouldn't be able to say this. They shouldn't be able to. Nobody actually holds firm to their principles. So if you, Abba, are saying that you don't believe in putting people's business out there, you don't believe in doing this, that, and the third, even if she's behaving this way, even if she is rolling in the mud, you wouldn't lower yourself to then roll in the mud with her. You would find another way to combat all this. Like I said, he says all this about not wanting to do this, not wanting to do that, so that in your mind, you don't put two and two together that, yes, he does in fact want to do that because he did, because it's not a real principle of his not to do so.
Again, it's going after the people around me. That's the one line I have. You know, between us, you can yell at me. You can say whatever you want to me. I'll accept it. I don't mind. But it stresses me the fuck out when it's the people around me you go after.
See, again, he's trying to play this hero role. Oh, I'm just trying to look out for the people around me. No, a lot of this is just from ego. A lot of this just has to do with you and how you feel jilted. What does her talking about your sex life have to do with the people around you? No, that has something to do with directly you. You felt jilted by that, and that's why you started telling us all about her little nasty, deviant ways. But you want to hide behind, see, it's because she's going after other people. She's doing this to other people. She's da-da-da-da-da. No, stop trying to hide hide behind this moral shield. Just say you want to talk crazy about the broad because you're angry. You're angry that she's doing all of this to you. Don't try to hide it behind, I'm just mad because she's going after people I like, or people I care about, or people I know. It's okay to be upset that she's attacking you and saying crazy things about you. You don't have to make it, well, see, if it was just about me, because if that was true, you wouldn't have went on that whole tirade about how she likes a dog collar and how she's a deviant. You just wouldn't do that. This is about you and how you feel about what she said about you.
The thing is, Abba's not even like that, putting shit out there. But hold on.
I have
hold
never.
On, hold on.
But you literally just did.
But now it's for the internet to go look at and examine every text message and every fight. It's like,
but you were okay with going through every text message when it was Walter. When it was Walter and Daisy, you had no issue plastering his text messages, his private conversations all over the internet. But when it's you, oh, it's a problem when it's you. Again, rules for thee, not for me.
not pregnant, no baby. She tells that to Walter. He says, oh, you did a pregnancy test? She says, yeah, my period just came and 5 days ahead. So you play a good game. Oh, okay, what game? This game on bed. I'm confused. Don't worry, we all are. I don't think anybody understood what she meant. And she goes, just kidding. I meant you are safe. Just letting you know. Next time you won't be so lucky. He said that you were never his girl.
He said that?
I made a statement on my vlog and on the show multiple times. And I said, this is a matter of fact, guys, look it up if you want to. I said, if a girl's on camera with me, she is what? Not my girl. Just keep that in mind. If I bring a girl on camera, she's not my girl. You can never see my girl because I know what happens when you bring a girl on the internet. I learned from experience. That's all I'm gonna say.
But now it's for the internet to go look at and examine every text message and every fight. It's like, imagine the person who just released this tape, who's like looking for justice, is harassing the shit out of me. She gets me on a call and the first thing she's doing, she's laughing. She thinks this shit's fucking funny.
I got you back.
Do you understand how demonic this person is? Like, she's trying to ruin my life and this bitch is laughing. That's a promise, Daisy. Just drop our names. Even if it's just middle names, I'll take that. I just want my legacy to live on.
So it's okay for other people's lives to be ruined, and you can laugh at that. It's okay when you do it. It's okay when you laugh at other people's demise and other people's struggles. But how dare someone laugh at you? So overall, Abba is just one big hypocrite. He's obviously pressed about this whole situation, reasonably so. He wants everyone to give him grace in this situation, where if it was somebody else, he would not give them grace. So no, we're gonna call out the hypocrisy and we're gonna call a spade a spade. Abba is a would-be deadbeat dad, and he's delusional. And not only that, and this is the cherry on top, he actively works very hard to manipulate his audience into thinking that he's so evolved, that he's so reflective, that he's so accountable, but really a lot of his accountability is performative. It's not real. So overall, Abba ain't ish. Abba ain't ish, the broad ain't ish. But y'all, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this whole video? Do you agree with me where it's like,
now we all grateful that she didn't keep it, because that baby would have deserved way better than y'all two as parents?
or do you disagree with me where it's like, that's the sound of Abba and Preach followers thumb thugging in my comment section. I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. If you like the video, The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed down to the algorithm. Also, hype the video if that's for you. Okay, if it's for you, hype the video. If you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces. I just want to give a quick shout out to my first Faye ambassador. Shout out to Nefertiti. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys want to sign up for memberships or sign up to be an ambassador as well to receive a shout out, the link will be in the description down below.